There's page 50. If you have a highlighter, there's this one statement that you haven't seen that yet. And it's this one right here. The company makes twice as many or more vans compared to cars. That statement is going to be tricky. This one is tricky. So I will give you a different example so that when you get to this, you're like, okay, I know how to write that inequality. Okay. And before we're going to go back to 48. Page 48, I put a bunch of keywords on there. That's where we're going to add things. Put your finger on 48 because I want to remind you that I had asked you to try 57 and 58. Both of them have a QR code. Does anybody try the QR code? Does it actually work? It works? It's still live? Okay, because sometimes the links disappear, or I delete videos because they're terrible. So make sure if you're stuck, you look at the QR code, you scan it. It's basically the video of the lesson. I don't know if this is just one ginormous lesson. You have to fast forward sometimes to find that example. But make sure you try 57, 58 if you haven't done so already. After the little note that you're going to take, I want you to go basically from 50 to 58 is all game. Okay? And listen to this part. If you're thinking graphing takes too long right now, I don't have the time to do every single one graphing wise, at least write out the inequality and see if you can do that part. Write out the inequality. I'm reading this problem. Can I write out the inequalities and get that right? But at least do one or two that involve graphing because you got to be quick at doing that. Okay? And if you're stuck, I will post the answer key, but the questions that are from 50 to 54, they all have the solutions here, answers. So if you just keep flipping to 55, this is what the solution region should look like. But I believe I also, in my key, if I post that, it also has that. So 55 and on has the answer keys in terms of, and I do post the corner points for you to go back to and have a reference. Okay. So let's go to 48. That's where I'm going to add this. Bottom of 48 if you have room. This is a particular plant, okay? I know Nike makes more than that, but Nike produces socks and shoes. It wants to produce twice as many socks compared to shoes. Right, the inequality. I'm going to highlight this part, the twice as many. That's the one that, after that, you've seen it all, pretty much. So we're going to let X be socks and Y be shoes. Okay? Pairs of socks, pairs of shoes. How would you write this? If you had to go, this is just relating Y and X, by the way. It's just relating Y and X, okay? Which one do you want more of, socks or shoes, if you read this? You want more socks, right? So for me, socks is X. So you're gonna have it pointing this way. So that's the first thing that you need to take into account. I think that one most of you can wrap your head around. But where does the two, twice as many is like there's supposed to be a coefficient of 2 in front of one of them. These are my socks. These are my shoes. You want twice as many of these. So you actually put the 2 in front of the shoes. Okay? Because you're saying however many shoes you're making, so let's say you make 10 pairs, you want the socks to be 2 times 10, right? You want it to be twice as many as the other one. Okay? So example, 10 shoes are produced. Then we go 2 times 10 of x. So what are we, doesn't this make sense then? Doesn't this make sense, this statement? If you made 10 shoes and you go 2 times 20, you want the number of socks to be at least 20, right, or more. So this one right here, I would maybe have as somewhere on my study sheet, just the twice as many socks compared to just this little part right here maybe. Just to so you know, it's counterintuitive. A lot of students say, oh, you want 2 times socks, so I'm going to put the 2 in front of these socks. But then you're saying the exact opposite, okay? So it's counterintuitive. Let this, I will say, see page 50, for example. Okay, this one takes you there. Let's cross-reference. See page 50. We're going to say see page 50 here. Then we're going to go to page 50, and we're going to have an infinite loop. See page 48. 50, 48, 50, 48, 50, 48. Never ends. And tomorrow I'll do more with you in terms of graphing. I know I haven't done enough, and I ran out of time yesterday. I hope you watched the little lesson at the end. Okay, I think I went over 10. I apologize. But make sure you do that as well if you missed it. Okay, so I basically walked through this whole cake scenario, right? And I graphed it and it came up with a solution region, which was a little wedge there. Okay, so all of these are kind of interesting how their solution regions look like. And just, I still have a little bit of time. So the solution to this one would be, I think, on 55. Let's see. No, the solution to this one is not on 55. It starts, once you go to 51, like that's a worksheet there. That's when you see the solutions on 55. But I post the key to this anyways, so you don't have to go look there if you don't want to. I'm going to show you what the key to this one looks like, though. Because I want you to know that it's messy. This one is messy. This one is probably one of the harder ones you're going to see. If you look at this, look at how many boundary lines there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. So there's 4 boundary lines going every which way. So this is one of the harder examples you're ever going to see. Okay. Most of my tests only have 2 or 3, but not 4. 4 will be a bonus or something like that if I get around to it. Okay. So you can actually, on top of this 50 here, if you want to try it, I think it's really good practice. Is you just say difficult, right? Difficult for inequalities, okay? The other ones don't have as many inequalities as this one, but then you'll be well prepared, okay?